let's go to the psychology part. Let's come to a little more modern psychology when it comes to mind. So last time we talked about wise mind, the right joint between emotional mind and the rational mind. Now we're going to talk about mindset, and I want you to introspect yourself first, where you are or where you stay most of the time in your life, and then where you want to go ahead. This gets covered in David Hawkins' levels of consciousness. He has like 13, 14 levels of consciousness. In cognitive behavioral therapy, there are different forms of it. This is a simplified version. So the lowest rung of this ladder is a losing mindset. Who loses? It's always an external attribution mindset. The lowest among that is a victim mindset, which is I lose mindset. Why is this happening with me? Why people don't understand me? Why I can't do this asana properly? Why is my body like this? Why is my mind like this? Why is my life like this? Why is everybody doing this to me? I lose. A victim, a blueprint of a victim mindset. I lose. Everything wrong is happening with me. That's a victim mindset. And why do we say it is the lowest mindset? Because when you are in victim mindset, you barely have any energy, any cognitive energy left to do anything good with your life. You're just, if you consider calories in your thinking, your calories are so burnt out by just this victimization thought, you're not able to have space to even start thinking constructively. Forget making good life, forget thinking positively. You're just not ready to even have space to think, right? So victim mindset. A little better mindset, but still a losing mindset, is a conflict mindset. Conflict mindset is you lose mindset. Haha, now he couldn't do an asana. See, now he will understand what I went through. Or now people are blaming him. Now he understands what it is like to be blamed. You lose mindset. My boss, he did this with me. His boss did it with him. Now he understands what it means, right? You lose mindset. Why is it better than victim mindset? Because somehow you have that sadistic or anger driven energy with you. So you still have a better energy than victim mindset. So it is little better. But because it is a losing mindset, if you have a conflict mindset, you will fall more often to victim mindset anyways. So this is losing mindset. Then comes, and this is all external attribution. Then comes proprium. Proprium is self. I win mindset. Responsible mindset, not dharma, not me responsible as a yoga instructor, not me responsible as a father, as a husband, as a son. Me responsible of my own emotions. Which means if somebody tells me, oh, you don't even know basic of yoga, why are you taking classes? Now I keep thinking, oh, why did he or she tell me this? When he told me, that was pain, but the suffering is, oh, he should not be telling this. Oh, I am good. Oh, am I really bad? All my thoughts are making me sad, frustrated, or angry, or any negative emotion. Major part, 90% plus part of this is because of my own thinking and not because of what the other said. So if somebody is not understanding me and I'm frustrated, responsible mindset would say, I keep expecting him to understand, and so I'm frustrated. Not that he or she is not understanding. Me constantly expecting that he or she should understand is the reason I'm getting frustrated. Similarly, it works for the good part. I'm happy because of my mindset. I'm confident because of my mindset. So the suffering or the experiential outcome is because of my thoughts and not because of the event. Responsible mindset is I take the responsibility of my own emotions, nobody else. I keep the remote control of my emotion towards me, with me. I don't give it to a person whom I essentially feel is wrong. I should never give my remote control of my emotion to the person whom I feel is doing wrong, right? How does it make sense? First, I'm blaming the person that person is wrong, and then I am handing over an remote control, and he or she can just press, become sad, become angry, become frustrated, and I become sad, angry, and frustrated. I keep that remote control to me. This goes to Aishwarya Bhav. When I'm right, I need to be happy, steadfast. That goes into the dharma, vairagya, and jnana. So in responsible mindset is essentially, from a yoga perspective, an Aishwarya Bhav to start with. Yeah, I am responsible for my emotions, nobody else. Events are not resulting into my suffering. Events are resulting into temporary pain. somebody slapped me, it hurt my cheek. But then 20 days, 30 days, 60 days, I'm frustrated because of that slap. That's my suffering. That's my thought. That has nothing to do with the slap. Right? Beyond that comes win-win mindset and becomes a little philosophical. We will not go there, but I'll give you touch points very quickly. Concern, inner peace, inner joy, and raw passion. Raw passion is like Bhagavad Gita says, I would work with full passion irrespective of what the outcome is. I'm just extremely passionate person, happy, passionately doing everything, living life to the fullest. If I'm walking passionately. If I'm sitting passionately, right? Without the outcome. Concern mindset. If I am victim of my thoughts, the other person is a victim of his or her thoughts. Not that they are bad. If I need to have responsibility of my own emotions, the other person needs to have the same. If I have rights to be right in my head, the other person has rights to be right in his or her head. We may not agree to each other. We may disagree. But he or she has equal rights to be right in their heads, like I have rights to be right in my head. Responsibility or concern mindset. That takes you to peace, that takes you to joy, that takes you to passion. Non-judgmental, non-outcome based, raw living of life. These are